Yo, what's up guys? It is Nick from Lasso Rides here. We got the bike. As you can see, she's all cleaned up. It's looking friggin' fantastic. Gotta repaint this again. It kind of sucks, but I mean, it's an exhaust pipe. Just real quick, a couple of disclaimers. The last video, so you guys know the baffle was out for a little bit, and I said the bike was underwhelmingly power. The power was underwhelming. Anyways. So I put the baffle back in because it was just ignorant. It was too loud. It'll come out for Harley Davidson week, you know, in Laconia. That's where I'm from, so it'll come out for then. But it was just too loud, and surprisingly enough, that one baffle that's in here, it needs back pressure. Wherever you've heard, back pressure is a real thing on a bike because it had zero torque. Like, it had all the power. It would still go fast, but it literally just would not go. Baffle's back in, it just tears. It tears. So whatever you do, you're going to have to tune it if you take out a baffle, even without an air filter. Just so you know, you're going to lose power. But what's fun that I got coming up, guys, is I have let's see what we got here. I do have an air intake coming in. The Vance & Hines naked one. I know, it's not my favorite, not my first choice, but I mean, it'll do. It'll definitely do, so I'm not too worried about that. That'll be cool. Let's give you guys a quick little walk around here. Cleaned up all the white walls. I've been riding it, so it's obviously still not clean. We just had some storm come in. Had to store it outside, but as you can see, it's still mint. Absolutely mint, but here's why you guys are here. And I'm not kidding when I tell you this. The death wobble is gone, and the bike rides. It's just unreal how much better it is. And it all has to do with these steering head bearings. Now, if you watched my videos before, actually, let's get it right in here. So the steering head bearings in this column right here, and like I said, it was the worst 3 weeks of my life. That's loud. I definitely did half of the job, but here's the full rundown. Ready? I'll put a marker in the video right here just so it makes sense, so I can stay focused. Do not attempt this yourself. You're going to need a bunch of tools that you probably don't have, and it's not worth it because you're going to spend a few $100s buying the tools. It's like this cone thing to bang out the races, these it's all this stuff that you probably don't have unless you work at a shop. It's really not that hard of a job if you have the tools. Now, if you have the tools, it's going to be easy. Don't let me get you wrong, but you still have to take apart the entire bike. So I did send it in. I got the top race and steering bearing all settled in. They had to weld it or something crazy like that, they were telling me, because they are a bitch. They are very difficult. But I don't even know how to, the wobble is all the way 100% gone. And if you ride one of these bikes, I don't know, because this has 17,000 miles on it. They were very old bearings, so my wobble is probably worse than yours. But if you want it to go away, there's two benefits, right? It now handles, there's a noticeable, it is night and day handling difference. I couldn't even believe it. It just bangs back and forth when you're weaving through traffic and stuff. I couldn't even believe the difference that it had. Second of all, you lose speed without replacing those bearings. Because of the physics, I don't really want to get into it too much, but because of how this shakes, you're losing energy by it shaking back and forth, and that's why the bike is slower on that top end. I'm not going to tell you how fast I went, but let's just say I gained an extra 20 miles per hour. And I know you're probably not going to believe that, but I'm sure you've seen the videos and I've said it tops out at 100. Now, I'm just going to let you do the math there, but it feels so solid ever since I replaced it. Both bearings, all ball steering bearings, it's literally $30 for the part. However, the shop does charge quite a bit because you have to take, the whole front end's got to come off. Even if you're a professional, the whole thing's got to come off. So it's running you about $300, maybe $200 if you know the people. But it is 100% worth it. Now, I know people say the ECU reflash is the best thing they've done to the bolt. I have yet to do that. That's going to come in the next few weeks. I might stop posting videos. No one's really digging these, but if you guys are still into it, let me know in the comments, please. But this has been it feels like a new bike. I can't even exaggerate it enough, guys. You got to be changing your steering bearings. It just handles unrealistically, it feels like I have a brand new motorcycle, and it goes a lot faster. It feels safer, and I'll demonstrate in a little bit. Handles, you could just take your hands fully off of the bar at any miles per hour, which you guys will see in a little bit, and it just, you could like let go and just let it go all the way to 0 miles per hour. If you have one of these, you know that will never happen. If you have the original bearings, it will wobble, and it is bad, and it is horrendous, and you're afraid to ride it. But just so you guys know, the death wobble is 100% completely solved. This is it. I did not change the tires at all. I didn't change anything else. I wanted to do the bearings first, which is why it took so many months, because it went into winter, and then I just didn't want to deal with it. But the bearings solved on this. Now these do not have stock tires, and I guess I misspoke. These are Metzler's, so that's what the front one is, and the back is the Shinko. And I don't feel any wobble anymore, so I'm going to assume it had nothing to do with the tires. People say it's the tires, people say it's this, people say it's that. It's the bearings. I'm going to shout out to my man at Tardy Productions. He's the one who said to replace the bearings 1 year ago when I watched his video. I'll link that down below just so you guys can see I'm not making this up. The bearings are the way to go. But enough talking, let's get to riding. Alright, so obviously the audio's not primo. Believe me, I understand. But this is what we got. And please leave at least a like. I don't care if y'all subscribe, like I said, or even comment, whatever you think. I appreciate all the comments. Shows me that people are listening. Or else I'm just going to stop making them. Which is like not really a threat, but just like it's not worth the time it takes. Let's get going. Oh yeah. It's actually a warm day, so I'm just gonna go. There it is. Beautiful day at UNE. Hopefully you guys can see. Going. Much faster. You guys can't really tell, but this thing, those bearings changes the whole deal. So smooth. Hey, buddy. Dang. Up a little bit. What's this? Yeah, this is coach. What are you doing, coach? Yeah, I made a video a few weeks ago. I don't know if you guys can hear me once again. And I want to show you guys my ride, but the camera, I had the wrong fucking component attachment. I tried to make a video a few weeks ago. I had the wrong attachment on here, so you guys really couldn't see the ride. But I got the right attachments now. Should be looking straight up right now. Take you guys for a little spin. Couldn't be a better day. Is that a challenge? No. Just go for a little cruise. We'll do 0 to 60 in a little bit. Don't you worry about that. The thing, it goes a lot faster because of the bearing replacement. I know some people want to argue that, but I mean, hey, if you go to school and you understand physics at all, you know it goes faster. Absolutely no wobble. I've already forgotten that it existed, but you can just let go anytime, all of your hands. Look at that. None. I know this is 30 miles per hour, but look at this. No wholesale. $45,000? It's used! Oh, I guess right now it's kind of like the used market beat, huh? Oh yeah, I stopped talking. Let's check this out. Holy crap. We'll ride down to the other side of that. You guys don't know, but the baffle's back in. But when the baffle was out, as I said, it was ignorant. It was so bad. It was like, it had to be the loudest production vehicle. My buddy drives a big Harley. He straight piped it. He's one of those guys, and he got on this, and he still said that it was almost too loud for him. So I mean, that, you guys don't know him, but if it's too loud for him, it was too loud. Look at all this. Oh, beautiful. Come on, lady. So pretty. What the hell's that guy looking at? I hate when dudes check you out, man. That guy ain't harming anybody. Come on, buddy. How's it going, guys? And again, some people like it, some people don't. Look at that. This is where I live, man. I mean, I go to school here, but I'm here for the summer. Seagull and just enjoying it. There's no cars there, which there is not. Oh, also, for the person who commented on the last video, I don't know if you guys know this, but the I had my fender on backwards. Yeah, that's a rookie move. Probably from the last time I took it apart, I was so angry. Took the bike, I put it back and apart probably 20 times last year. Woo! Sounds good, feels good. Look at that shit. Damn. Beautiful ride up. You're good, bub? Oh yeah, the pops will be gone soon, unfortunately. But where we going? Yeah, down here is all the rich people. I don't think they love living next to a college. You know why? That is why they don't like living here. Let me tell y'all, that was probably like 30% throttle. That wasn't nothing. I can't wait to get the new friggin' air intake on it. Woo! Y'all ever bang around the corners? My buddy taught me you don't really lean, you just move your body off the seat. Check that out, huh? Works out real nice. Alright. Good. Thanks. That's ridiculous. Oh yeah. Oh, that's neutral. All right. 0 to 60 with the baffle in, with new bearings.
said, it was really, really loud before. Now that I'm just chilling, look at this. No hands, no problem at all. The Yamaha Bolt, once again in my book, is the best motorcycle money can buy. It's got the best value, it's got the most power. You want this bike. With that said, sooner or later, I'm going to keep it for the summer. Alright folks, just going to squeeze on by here. Thank y'all. I don't know if you guys have seen, but there is a brand new American-made bike. Some of you may know what I'm talking about, but I am not talking about the Nightster 975 from Harley Davidson Motor Company. Not a Harley fan. I think it's a step in the right direction though. If they keep making bikes that are ancient and really bad in general, then I'll probably invest in a Harley later on. I like the Lowrider S, but hey, I'm sorry, I like the 117 engine, big, it's cool, but like, if you can get more performance, I'm gonna get it. So if they have a Lowrider S that becomes liquid cooled, I'll buy it. But the bike I'm talking about is the Indian Scout Rogue. 1133 liquid cool, all black. That thing is badass, and I will buy that bike. Probably, I mean, this thing's still good. I think the Indian would be too much power for me, I'm not gonna lie. Not that I couldn't handle it, but I think I'd just, I'm kind of a moron. I'd probably die. So I'm gonna wait probably a year, finish out with this. Oh man, are you guys getting a load of this? Look at this, this is my ride. Holy shit. Nice. Here, go up on a knee for y'all. Check it out. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Look at that. It's surfers that I could squeeze in here. Not much of a speed bump kind of guy. Damn. Look at this. So nice. Oh, okay. Everyone's just chilling. People probably looking at me like I'm some sort of jackass, but I mean, hey, you got mid controls, I'm gonna use them. My one beef with the Indian Scout Rogue is those forward controls. I never rode dirt bikes, but after having the center controls, I definitely ride way too aggressively to not have center mid controls. I love this. If they were out here, it'd just be more of an old head type deal. Again, someone commented that I said something about old people in my last video. No disrespect, but I'm definitely I'm 20 years old. I'm a younger guy and I like to do dangerous shit. So I'm not ready to lean back. But that Indian Scout Rogue, that bike is nasty. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I've always liked the Indians. Just for me, the bobber, I don't like the rim size. I don't like the dual. I think it looks cool, but I don't want it to be my primary bike. The big rim on this, the 19 and the 16 in the back, like that's nice. And guess what? The Scout Rogue has the exact same setup. The Scout Rogue is basically the Yamaha Bolt, liquid cooled, American, and big. I mean, it's pretty much the only difference. I mean, you guys can look up the specs. I don't really care about owning an American bike. Like, I'm not like one of those Harley guys. I mean, look what I'm riding right now. I'm just buying what's the best value. And honestly, if I can support America, I absolutely will. Well, I consider myself to be a mug-blooded American, and that's what it should be. Absolutely, I'm supporting America. Indian was the first motorcycle ever made in America. What are these guys doing? Man, this thing's a hoot though. It's gonna be much faster too. So like I said, it already feels like a new bike with the bearings. Like, guys, the entire ride from the second you stop, just like for a second, like you from the stop and go, and just riding along. You guys saw I was just doing 100. Not a single wobble in the steering stem. That is crazy. You feel it in the bike like this. It goes, shakes. No, not anymore. It's just a pleasure to ride. So, I mean, with that change, I'm probably going to end up keeping it for a little while longer. The ECU reflash and the air should add about 10-15 horsepower, according to Ivan's website, so might as well. The Indian Scout Rogue is 100 horsepower, and the same weight as this, 540 wet, that's bonkers. So it is definitely a much faster bike than this, so I'll be happy. Definitely, you guys know me, I like going fast, which I plan to do, which I fully embrace. Here we go. Another Harley guy. You know, some Harleys aren't bad. I think they're cool. I'll probably end up with a road glide later on, but I just don't like this. I don't know how else to say it. If you're like me, if you're watching this channel, you're exactly like me because you just want the best value motorcycle or the best motorcycle for your dollar. And Harley Davidson is probably the worst value motorcycle. It costs the most and you get the least out of it. The only thing you get is to say it's a Harley, which to me is like, I don't know, that's pretty absurd. Like, the only reason you buy a Harley is not because of performance, by no means. Yeah, you can get your Lowrider S, yeah, you can get all these fucking fancy bikes for, you know, probably 20 grand, but then you gotta soup it up and do all this, and then at the end you have a really nice Lowrider S, $40,000 later, like, trust me, I respect it. They look great. They look awesome. But the fact that a Lowrider S is slower than the Indian Scout Rogue, that, to me, is ridiculous. I mean, you know what I mean? If it was a liquid cool, if they use the new Evo Max, like they have in the Pan America and the new Nightster, and don't get me wrong, I found out that new Nightster was coming out, and that's what started the search for a new bike. But, I mean, I saw the Nightster, I really like the way it looks. The other side of the left side of that bike is pretty ugly, but that's all Harleys. I'm sorry, Harley. I know if you're a Harley guy, you're going to be pissed watching this channel, but they're just fugly. They're only good looking from one side, and that's just a fact. You can't dispute that. But the Nightster caught my attention. I was like, oh my gosh, I need this bike. It's wicked fast. It's definitely wicked fast, for sure. And it looks great. I love the look of it. But a 975, if you're gonna buy a new bike, it's basically moving sideways. This is a 950. What am I like? Yeah, you get a ton more performance out of that Nightster, but I just don't think it'd be worth it for me. I don't know. With the same price, that's why I started looking at the Rogue at the same time they came out, and I was like, I need that. That's something I need in my life. The Indian Scout Rogue, big time. Damn! Look at this. I hope you guys are appreciating this, because I bought the whole camera, I get it all set up, it takes me forever to make these videos. Look. Wow. Let's make it quieter. Look at old people. Oh yeah, ain't like that. There we go. I always like when I see a muscle bike, the Valkyrie, that's a nice bike. I just wish people who, I wouldn't have as much of a problem with Harley guys if they appreciated this bike. People give me shit for this. Like, it's the Yamaha Bolt. It is a nice bike. It looks great. It outperforms a lot of things in its class. I wish they stepped it up. And put a 6-speed in it. That would have been nice, but I get it. Gotta cut costs somehow. Yeah. Sorry, this person in front of me is we're just cruising. Same deal. Just enjoying the view. Wow. But yeah, you guys get it. Something I do like about the Scout Rogue is it has a 6-speed transmission. If you ride a Yamaha Bolt, you know we're always searching for that 6th gear. Or if you ride an Iron or something like that, any of these kind of like mini rat bikes, or whatever you want to call it. You guys wouldn't believe this. Yesterday I stalled this thing. I couldn't even believe it. I was just really confused. You know, if you own a motorcycle or a standard vehicle, you stall here and there. Like, you know that. And you just gotta laugh at yourself. Damn, this is pretty, huh? This is really nice. I hope people are watching this video just like, come on up and around here. I'm around all summer long. Just we can exchange information on the comment section. I'm in Biddeford, Maine. If you guys are anywhere around, or if you're around from Harley Davidson week, I'm gonna be there opening day. If you guys want to come meet me, we can go for a ride or something. I know the area really well because, like I said, I live there. It's my house. But yeah, definitely. If you guys are around for Harley Davidson week and you're watching this Saturday coming up. Look at that, nice corner. Woo! Damn. Honestly, it sounds better with the baffle in. No, that's a lie. It definitely sounds really gross with the baffle out. But it's got a nice grumble. You know what I mean? The baffle's just loud, super deep. You start it up and you hear it echoes, man. But no, for sure. I doubt anybody has watched the video this far. For sure. But I mean, if you did, kudos to you, man. And maybe if people start watching these videos for real, I'll do giveaways. I'll pay it out of my own pocket. Hell yeah. Yeah, we'll go this way. Nothing's really down there. Again, if you guys are up and around this area in the summer or any weekend with your motorcycle, I'll take you for a ride. I know all the scenic routes. Come on down. Yeah, the one thing that sucks about these bikes, though, that, I mean, it is a cruiser thing, and obviously the classics that this is probably in, the Indian Scouts, all of them, the new Nightster, probably like a performance cruiser. We're moving out of the era of just cruising with young guys. You know, sport bikes just aren't really appealing to everybody. I like them. I like naked bikes. I don't like sport bikes, to be honest with you. I do like going fast, but I adore the look of the class with the 19 inches with the big rim and the small back and a lot of power. And honestly, the companies are doing it. Like I said, HD, they're going pretty good with that Nightster. This new Evo Max engine, it cranks. Don't get me wrong, it definitely whips. And I know the Sportster S is fast as hell. People, I think it's the fastest Harley ever made, which is, I mean, it's a 1250 engine. That's pretty great. It just goes to show the liquid cooling. You know, I would buy it. If Harley makes a good bike, and it looks good on both sides, I will happily purchase a Harley. But at that point, like again, if you're like me, you don't really look at the brand of a bike. You look for the best bike. And if you drive a Bolt, you know it's the best bike for whatever budget you're on. Yeah. Once again, if you guys have any questions, you saw the part where there is no death wobble. Like, there's no wobble at all. I mean, some bikes have regular wobble. That's why this one's called the death wobble, because it will kill you. Probably the worst I've ever seen on any motorcycle. But, whatever. Yeah, lean angle ain't good on these things. Well, hey, part of the sport. You ain't scraping, what are you doing? I mean, I guess you're just riding leisurely, but scraping's half the fun. You're like, damn, I'm really getting into it. Yeah, there's a scrape. You gotta, you know, ride it. You gotta ride the bike. But we'll do another tear up here. I'll put it in the video as like tear number 2. Is it T-E-A-R or T-A-R-E? You're tearing it up. It's a T-E-A-R. Here, we'll let this guy get in front of us a little bit more. Because we'll probably be whipping. Man, it sounds good. It's tamed enough. Woo! Let me tell you guys, it is way faster. Say what you will about a little steering bearing. I didn't think it would change as much as it has. But Like, see that? That's my counter steer, and it works way better. It's way more efficient. You can feel the front much smoother. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay. Fucking kill it, huh? Yep. Sounds good. Sounds good. What I want to do that I've never done, security probably wouldn't be so thrilled, but I'm going to do it anyways. Just because I want to. You ever do stuff like that? Yeah, you're not supposed to, but hey, you weren't supposed to do stuff. There wouldn't be police officers. You've got to think of it logistically. Like, realistically, I'm not going to be bothering anybody. Uh-oh, a little fast there. And we just got to keep it under wraps, make sure there's no police officers. I mean, really, the cops don't care. It's going to be the security. Security knows me. They're super chill. I like security here. Unfortunately, they do have to enforce some dumb rules. Beautiful days. This is the campus, guys. Welcome to UNE. This is what she looks like. Wow, this feels really illegal. Last night we were fishing in here, literally 10 p.m., catching the biggest bass. You wouldn't even believe it if I told you. Oh yeah, eyes are open. That's where I used to live, because it's summertime now. But yeah, this is the part that's really not allowed. But hey, I'm gonna do it anyways. Oh yeah. Wow, that sounds mean. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get yelled at for this one. I drove down here in my car. It's big enough for a car, and as Sean from SRK Cycle says, if a car could do it, it would. So why can't I? And there's the whip. That's cool. Oh yeah. You guys got to get a look-see at this thing. Listen, man. It's a piece of art. Look at that. Sounds great. You heard it. Oh yeah. Guys, this concludes the video. Like I said, thanks for watching if you actually watched it. And if you have any questions about anything you see here, just let me know. I'll be happy to help.